The Melbourne International Comedy Festival runs every year without fail in March and April. It is the third largest international comedy festival in the world and the largest cultural event in Australia. Now that is taking all the best comedians in the world over 4 or 5 weeks with over 350 acts, hundreds and thousands of people with sore jaws from laughing, and putting them all in the one great city of Melbourne. But what makes these people funny? Were they born funny? Do they always be funny? I mean, who made them funny? We're going to find all this out and find out whether it's just all one big act. Over the next month, we will take a few of those 350 acts, bring them into the studio, sizzle and grill them. I'm Mez, your host, and I will take you on this hysterical journey over the next 4 weeks. And somewhere in England lies our international comedy spondent, Mick. As you can see, Mick is unable to make it, but we've sent him over to England, especially to see if there are any funny people up there, because you never know. But hey, this is just the introduction. The show, like the comedy festival, has only just begun. You're on the grill with Mez and Mick, somewhere in England.
Come on round, sing yourself down, it's time to get your fill of fun and games, famous names, crazy spills and thrills. Oh, what's coming up, what's going down, who's playing on the bill? Whip it out, crank it up and slap it on the grill. Be our guest with Mick and Miz, and slap it on the grill. Comedy Festival Edition.
G'day you funny fellas, or Sheilas. We kick things off with a true blue Australian show. We grab some of the finest Aussie comedians on the show at the festival and we slap them on the grill, cook them up to medium rare and wrap them up in some low-fat wholemeal bread. We're watching our waistlines. So enjoy the show, right? I'm telling you, it's going to be a cracker. For our first guest on this year's grill, we've got the man himself, Jason Chatfield, ex-president of the Australian Cartoonists Association. Tell us a bit about that, Jason.
Well, listen, I was the president and now I'm not, so I'm the ex-president.
So kind of like Kevin Rudd in a sense?
Yeah, there was a stabbing involved. There was a backstabbing involved.
Okay.
And now I'm, the ex-president, and I sit in the backbenches and try and suppress a grin.
Okay. So did this person that stabbed you in the back, was it really painful? Or?
Yeah, it was. No, look, it's actually way less interesting than that. I was the president for a 2-year term and then I just didn't sit for another 2-year term. I didn't stand. Because the Australian Cartoonists Association, it's been going for like 87 years. There's lots of other people who are very capable of doing that job.
Okay.
So yeah, I handed it on to the next guy.
Was the power too much for you?
It was way too much. I was like Magneto in X-Men. I was walking into buildings, metal coming onto me, and that's what you get from the presidency.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Did you have to do a lot of drawings, or did you have control of these little drawings that came out?
I wish I had control of all the drawings that came out. No, I mean, effectively, being the president of the Australian Cartoonists Association, you get to do lots and lots of work, and you meet lots of interesting people, and you get to do great things for other cartoonists, and you don't sleep at all. It's kind of like being in solitary confinement, except you're doing work.
Okay.
That's good. Yeah.
Okay. Well, talking about work, you're going to be performing at this year's comedy festival. You are going to be doing some cartoons.
Oh, yeah.
How did that all eventuate? Did you just one day just decide I'm going to draw cartoons?
Well, look, it's been a weird thing because I've always kept my comedy and my cartooning very separate. I've been doing stand-up for about 7 years, and I've been doing cartooning for about 10 professionally. And so I've always kept them distinctly separate. And this year I thought, you know what, I'm just going to combine them. My day job and my night job. I'm going to put them together in a show and tell a story, but I'm going to use it. So I use cartooning to sort of draw the characters that I'm explaining through the story, and they come to life. They animate on the page after I've drawn them. It's kind of magical.
Wow. Well, you're going to be drawing a cartoon for us later on in the show.
I am, yes.
So we've heard a few themes coming around, things like Julia Gillard.
Yes.
Are you going to go with the big bum theme, which is a cartoonist, really?
Yeah, it's a popular theme. I don't see Michael Leunig doing it anytime soon, but I definitely, I think I can draw Julia Gillard. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, well,
I should compliment you, by the way, on these amazing props.
No, thank you. It's an Australian theme.
It's all Australian with meat and kangaroos and then a lemon. You've got a lemon.
It's just part of the Australian thing. So where can we find you if we want to come and find a show for you? If you got some socialness.
Well, the socialness. My Facebook page, you can find it, Jason Chatfield on Facebook. And I'm doing the Portland Hotel from the 9th until the 21st of April.
Beautiful. Well, thank you, Jason, for being on the show.
Thanks very much.
We look forward to seeing what you can draw for us.
I'm looking forward to drawing for you.
Thank you.
All right, well, I'm going to draw Julia Gillard. That was the request that I had. But, of course, this week it's a week after the tumultuous time of the spill that never was, so she's looking a little bit more stern than she used to be. So I'm going to draw her, a bit stronger. She doesn't really have a discernible chin, so that's pretty much all I'm going to give her. But I tell you what, she might not have a chin, but she sure has balls. Now, that came out weird. I actually do this as a segment on the internet where you can suggest anything you want to have me draw, and I draw it in under 30 seconds. It's called stand-up comic strip. So if you do want anything drawn, in particular, you search YouTube for stand-up comic strip, Jason Chatfield, and tweet me your suggestions and I'll draw it in under 30 seconds. And the Comedy Festival show is kind of a part of that, an extension of that segment. So there we go. There's Julia Gillard looking very angry. Kind of looks like Angela Merkel's sister, but there you go.
I was sitting at home last Sunday morning when me mate Boomer rang. He said he was having a barbie, said he might cook a burger or two. I said, great, will Wallaby there? He said, sure, and Veggie might come too. So I said to the wife, you want to go, Anna? She said, yeah, I'll go if Dean goes. I said, what about Nulla? She said, oh, nah, Nulla bores me to tears. What do you think of my poem?
Could I have my steak back, please? Oh. Hi guys, we are with Hayman Kent from the Melbourne International Comedy Festival, Raw Comedy finalist, and she once swapped spots with Husey.
Indeed I did. You've been stalking me on Facebook.
I have been stalking you on Facebook. What can I say? So Hayman, how do we say your name?
Hayman.
Hayman, okay.
Hayman.
Hayman.
Yeah,
Hayman. Okay,
yeah.
Hayman.
Like the island.
Like the island.
Hayman.
Oh, the Hayman. Okay, so
Hayman Island.
Hayman. Hayman, how did your name come? I'm sorry. How did your parents name you?
Oh, it's a boring story.
Okay.
It's my great-grandmother's maiden name. There, I told it. Boring. Sorry, everyone.
Okay. Do you ever, I'm just saying, walk in public and someone just goes, hey man, and you're like, hey?
All the time.
All the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really embarrassing.
Has something like that ever happened to you at a comedy, at a gig, for example?
Yes, actually.
Okay.
Just the other day, and it was because I turned around like, hey, because it was someone that I knew greeting one of their friends, and I was like, my buddy. Not for me.
Not for you?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Sad, really.
Hayman.
Hayman, yeah.
Hayman, sorry. I saw you last year at the Raw Comedy final.
Yeah.
That was all, you were really funny.
Thank you.
You were awesome.
That's
how was that as an experience in terms of being in front of such a large crowd?
It was really good. It was very unique experience for a young comic to perform in such a big space and in front of such a big crowd, but yeah, very overwhelming.
Well, it must have been great because this year you're back to the Comedy Festival doing your own shows, which must be really exciting for you.
That's right. It's really exciting to be like really part of the festival and yeah, do a full run of shows.
Okay, so how many shows are you doing at this year's Comedy Festival?
So 22 this year.
Whoa.
Yeah, every night except Monday. So I'm part of a show called Comedy Zone. So it's me and 4 other guys.
Okay, and where can we come and see you?
Trades Hall, which I'm really excited about because it's a really cool venue. We're upstairs, I think, in the old council chambers every night, yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So Hayman.
Yes.
I've said it right finally.
Nice.
We're having an Aussie theme show if you haven't noticed already. You did steal my steak, which is
Yes.
thrown on the floor and I can't eat anymore.
He just gave it away. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
10-second rule.
I might still eat it. So, what has there been any kind of Australian comedians that have influenced you to be the funny person you are today?
Yeah, wow. I think the first comedian that I saw that was Australian was Tom Gleeson and Fiona O'Loughlin, and they're hilarious and amazing. And two people that I'm really into at the moment, Felicity Ward and Celia Piccola. I think they're just awesome, and they're really good comedians.
Okay,
Oh,
we'll
forming my
take that one. That's okay. So what does Australian comedy mean to you then, in terms of influence, and compared to, say, American or Mongolian, for example?
Yeah, well, Mongolian comedy has had somewhat of an influence on me, but Australian comedy mostly, I think it's just the honesty, the caricatures, and the that kind of thing that symbolises that. Australia.
So, Hayman, if I wanted to come see you Australian comedian at This Is Comedy Festival, and I wanted to go online, where would I have to go and find you?
The Melbourne International Comedy Festival page, and type into the search bar Comedy Zone.
Comedy Zone.
Yeah.
Hayman Kent, not Hayman or Hayman. Hayman Kent, thank you for being on the show. Look forward to seeing you at This Is Comedy Festival.
Thank you.
So, would you like another?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, sure. So. It's time for a game, guys. It's called Know Your Slang. We're going to find out what the first thing that comes to the comedian's mind is going to be. I'm going to play a word association game saying a bunch of Aussie slang words and see what comes to their heads. So stay tuned to find out what they said. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, let's go. Ambo.
Paramedic.
Aggro.
Angry.
Aussie.
Yeah.
Banger.
Mash.
Barbie.
Dad.
Bicky.
Tea.
Bloke.
Dad.
Bogan.
Dad.
Ah! Banger.
Go quicker.
Barbie.
Barbie.
Bicky.
Oh, yummy, my tum-tum.
Bloke. Hurry up. Chook.
A chicken, Mr. Bianchi has a chicken.
Cordial.
Cordial is too expensive.
Crikey.
Steve Irwin.
Bush.
Home.
Barbie. Biggie.
Whoa.
Bloke. Bogan. Bush.
Leaf.
Crikey.
Is that me?
Yeah.
Next one.
Dole.
Please stop.
Dunny.
Donny.
Esky.
Eskimo.
Footy.
I can't.
Garbo.
Ah!
Grill.
Ah!
Aunty Donna.
I can't. I hate it. I hate it.
G'day. Dole.
What?
Dole. Like as in dole.
We already said Barbies.
Dole.
Doll?
No, like, yeah.
Barbies.
Crikey.
Is a good publication.
Dole.
My wife.
Dunny. Dolly. Dole.
Trolley.
Dunny.
Toilet.
Esky.
Beer.
Chum chum.
Mate.
I'm sick.
Macca's. Midget.
Kangaroo. I don't know. I just came to my head.
Mate.
Mate.
You.
Aw. Midget.
You.
Garbo.
Oh wow, look at these great crisps.
Oh, I love a good crisp.
Hey guys, what's up?
Not much. We're just eating crisps.
Oh yeah, cool man. I love crisps.
Would you like one of the crisps?
Nope, no room for crisps, guys.
That's alright, that's fine. That means more crisps for me and my friends.
Oh, actually, maybe I have room in my tum for one crisp.
Always the room for crisps.
Oh, look everyone, a wish crisp.
I just got a whisk crisp.
What did you wish on your wish? What are you doing?
Wishing for a crisp on my wish.
Make sure you're
Yeah, wish for like more crisp or another wish crisp or more regular crisp.
That'd be a great wish, Mark.
Aunty Donna. Everybody. Oh yeah, good guys. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just very rude.
No,
today,
that's...
Well, thanks for coming on the show, guys. We heard you are Aussie, Australian, and that.
What have you done?
What have you heard?
What have
And
you
what have you
done?
done?
What have you
got
done?
someone
That's
coming
what
on?
the internet told me, that you're Australian.
Who is it?
Who's coming on?
The internet. You know that thing.
Who's
Mum?
No. The internet. So, are you Australian?
My mum?
No, not your mum. You. Well, if your mum's Australian, that makes you
Mrs.
Australian.
Kelly here.
So,
Is your mum Australian, Broden?
Mrs. Kelly.
Mrs. Kelly? When I was 17 years old, I grew up in post-war Italy, and I moved to Australia in 1976 to raise my family.
okay.
My husband, he stayed in Italy, and he stayed there in Italy, and I raised my 4 babies all on my own. So it was hard, it was difficult, it was a tough time, but yeah, you know, I would call myself an Australian.
Yeah,
I
you'd
would.
say you were Australian.
I'm proud of the Australian way, and that they really took me in.
That's really touching.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
No need for tears.
I'm sorry. I'm just. It just was supposed to be the Australian show. I just didn't think that you would give us so much information.
I'm
about
proud.
this.
I'm proud of what this
do you
country.
do?
I interview you.
Okay, cool.
And ask you questions such as like you're doing a comedy festival show. Is
We
this
are.
is this something that, like your history, your background, the things that's brought you to Australia, is that what has influenced you to do a comedy show?
In no way.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
My biggest influence was actually there's a Mesopotamian show, which I found very funny. Large chunks of our show we didn't translate, so it's in Mesopotamian.
Okay.
We do address.
Just for the layman, explain what
Please,
Mesopotamian is.
I know.
Can I say
we know?
We speak
I,
fluently.
They might
I
not
don't-
know.
I don't
Beautiful.
to the layman, last night I learnt the word Mesopotamian, and I decided to use it in this interview.
Okay. Is this something that we will see in your show this year?
Absolutely.
I think we might be seeing this kangaroo. This
Oh,
is
this
so
cheeky kangaroo.
cheeky.
This is our 4th member, Adrian. You saw him in the clip. He's anamorphed into a little kangaroo.
That's really nice.
You familiar with anamorphing?
Yes, I am.
Got some anamorphing in the show.
Okay. What else we got?
Got some.
what else we got?
Got some Mesopotamian. Got some tongs in the show. This is all very lucky.
Your partner?
Just
Not your.
no, he's not your partner, but
He's in
and
the
if he
show.
was, that doesn't matter.
Doesn't
It's
matter.
great.
No, it doesn't matter.
He's in the show.
Okay.
Freedom of speech.
Everyone's in the show.
Okay. And
You can be in the show.
Can I?
If you want.
I will do whatever you say.
I think we need to discuss. I think that's
I
something
can
we
grow a
need to
beard if that's
discuss.
what it takes. I can do that.
That does help. We all have beardies.
You do. If I wanted to be in the show and I wanted to turn up to the show, where do I have to come? Where do I have to come and what time and what?
You gotta Portland. You gotta go.
Portland Hotel.
Portland Hotel. You gotta
Portland
go.
Hotel.
You gotta go. Powder Room.
Powder
Monday
Room,
nights,
Mondays.
Portland Hotel.
2 places.
Thursday, Friday,
Look them up.
Saturday nights.
11 p.m.
11 p.m.
11 p.m.
Portland Hotel.
Thursday, Friday,
9:45
Saturday.
Monday
So
on
be there.
Portland in the,
Be
in the
there.
Powder Room.
I love
and
it.
then you got
You love
Monday,
it.
And you got
Comedy times.
for,
Okay.
for the whole festival.
And if I didn't understand a word of what you just said, where online can I go and find
AuntyDonna.com.
www.auntydonna.com.
AuntyDonna.com.
AuntyDonna.com.
If you want to go to www.auntydonna.com. We got to go to AuntyDonna.com.
No way.
And it's time for a game. It's called 3 Outrageous Statements. Unfortunately, one is true. We're going to ask our comedians to provide us with 3, outrageous statements, as I said. 2 of them are lies, and 1 of them is true. And I'm going to have to guess which one is right. Let's see if you can guess this before me. Okay, tell me 3 outrageous statements.
I once accidentally punched a Latvian when I was in France. Someone once punched me on stage, and I own a hole punch.
You punched someone.
Damn it, you're right. I accidentally punched a Latvian when I was in France.
Hayman Kent, tell us 3 outrageous statements.
1. When I am surprised, I hiccup. 2. When I'm shy, I talk in an American accent. And 3. When I'm embarrassed, I do this. That.
Okay, it can't be the American accent one, because you would have definitely put that one on.
No, I didn't.
It can't be the first one. Oh no. When you're embarrassed, you do this. Because you get hot and you just have to like cool yourself down. Am I right?
I see the logic in that. You are incorrect.
Oh. What is the right answer?
When I'm shy, I talk in an American accent.
Okay. All right, Auntie Donna, give me 3 outrageous statements.
I have a gigantic knob of cheese at home, PG. So clean that up.
I am a boy. I am a boy.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him.
I'm going to go with the Mark Anthony quote. Thank you.
So,
well, what was the right answer? Sorry.
I am in fact a boy.
And we're here with the last year's 2012's Raw Comedy winner, Lessons with Louis.
Lewis, how are you? Nice to see you. Thank you for having me. Hello.
So Lessons with Lewis.
Correct.
That's a really, really cool name for a show.
Yes, it is.
How did you come up with that name, Lewis?
I like to make videos, learning videos called Lessons with Lewis, and in those videos I teach lessons. I'm a teacher. Okay. So I thought the best idea, the best title for a show would be Lessons with Lewis, with me, because that's me. I'm in the show.
What I want to know, Lessons with Lewis, or should I just call you Lewis?
Just Lewis, thank you.
Okay, what I want to know, Lewis, is where is your comedy come from? Where have you sort of the origins of Lewis in terms of being this funny, awesome act?
Mr. Bianchi shows us lots of funny videos when we go to his house, because my dad gets sick sometimes, so we have to stick with him at his house. He shows us Daffy Duck and the Three Stooges. We watch those. Those are funny, but that's about it. I am mostly inspired by cats.
By cats, okay.
Cats can be funny too. There are lots of funny videos of cats because they jump on things and sometimes they fall, and that's pretty funny.
That is pretty funny.
And there's also the keyboard cat.
The keyboard cat, yeah. Well, I've seen the keyboard cat. Can I ask you a bit more about Mr. Bianchi? Because he seems like he's had a big influence on you and your...
Well, he said I have to mention his name because he's downstairs having a coffee, and he wants to be famous as well, like me. My show is called Famousity.
Famousity. So, and if we were to come and watch your show this year at the Comedy Festival, where would we go?
You would go to the Melbourne Town Hall, to the Portico Room. We're on Thursdays to Sundays at 6 o'clock, but Sundays at 5 o'clock, so you can get home and get ready for work when you get home.
Oh, well, that's really considerate of you.
Thank you.
And would we see Mr. Bianchi at these shows?
Yes. Yes, you would.
Okay.
Beautiful. But no, you wouldn't.
Okay.
It's a surprise.
Okay, well...
Yes.
And if we wanted to find out more about the surprise and get tickets and whatnot, where can we go and find you online?
You can go on lessonswithlewis.com. That's www.lessonswithlewis.com.
Beautiful. And you've decided to share a little video with us in the theme of the show, which we're going to play with you doing the Harlem Shake.
Correct.
So is there anything you want to tell us about this video?
No.
Okay.
Con los terroristas.